My name is Jerry Robbins. I'm from Houston, and I heard about FasterEFT because my son is Eric Robbins has been very active and started out in EFT a long time ago, and then discovered Robert Smith, I guess a year and a half ago. And of course I picked up on it peripherally and has watched videos and so forth. And then actually I went with my son and my grandson to Oklahoma to I guess it's now called a transformational session. It was a tapping session and not a level 1 training course. And it was just absolutely dramatic in terms of the changes that occurred to some of the people that got in the magic chair. I was one of them. And you can see these things happen to other people, and some of them are even miraculous, but it's even more convincing when it finally happens to you. I had an issue that I dealt with probably weekly for about 30 years, and Robert got me up in the magic chair where I did not want to be, and in a very short period of time cleared that issue, and I have not had to deal with it for 8 months since I was there, so it was very, very impressive. And when you find something that works that well, of course, we all want to find something that works, particularly in some area as critical as healing people. And so I was fortunate enough to have a second transformational tapping session in July here in Los Angeles. And again, these were times when Robert primarily put people in the magic chair. I've got to say the transformations were so dramatic. The people who we worked on didn't look the same. And I went up to them the next day and said, you don't look the same. Your color changed. I'm amazed because some of those people have now come back here to this level 1 training session, 2 or 3 of them, and they really don't look the same. They look younger, they look thinner, they look happier. And it's it's clear. We've always talked about the proofs of the pudding and doing things that work. It's obviously clear this works. So I'm fortunate enough to have been through a 5-day level 1 training session. The material is just extraordinary. Robert Smith is some kind of a phenomenon. He has assembled this information, I guess the hard way. He came from a tough background himself. We talk about blessings in disguise, and I guess some of the tough things he went through created this trail that he's come to conclusions about in terms of healing people. They are just extraordinary. And if there's somebody out there who really can heal the world, it's got to be a Robert Smith. A lot of these people are here from EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. I don't know anything about that. My son was heavily involved in that as a spokesman for many years, and did some really wonderful things with it. But Eric always discovers the right people at the right time, and discovered Robert Smith a year and a half ago, and has been very active in promoting that because he sees that it works and it is faster and it's more efficient. I've gotten a lot of ideas about what maybe the major differences are, not so much from Robert, but from some of the other people I've talked to here who are here because they are EFT practitioners. And I can just say that this works. I would like to learn it as efficiently as I can because I would like to be able, like everybody else, to heal people, including myself. So that's kind of the story.
Wow. So you're at the end of the level 1 certification week. How was this week for you, and do you have some confidence in going out and doing it on other people now?
It's always something that you just got to, it's like driving a car, you got to get in the car and drive. We did have some sessions where we tapped on people. We started off tapping on people where the issues were not disclosed. They were non-disclosed issues, and that was helpful because we're learning. I've got to say I was very fortunate. Tapped on some lady last night, the first and only disclosure issue where the issue was disclosed last night. And as I say in the notes, if you can hit water. Well, the lady, she started crying. We had to stop and go get Kleenex. And we cleared an issue that on the surface sounded like something she'd had all her life. We got to the bottom of it. And I noticed, by the way, she's been sitting next to me for 3 days. She was kind of humming this morning in kind of a different demeanor. So these things really can change. And I'm gratified that I had that opportunity. I've got a lot of things to learn. I'm not comfortable with it yet. I'm going to need to watch videotapes. I need to go back and summarize my notes, do a lot of reading. But I got the basics that are just tremendous and a lot of information. And it's different than just the tapping sessions.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to share?
No, this program is spreading, and I suppose it will spread geometrically, because when people find something works like this, I can't imagine a lot of people will not take advantage of it.
Thank you.